Hello everyone, welcome back to Lady T's Kitchen. Today on the menu we are making baked turkey wings. Baked turkey wings, Cajun style. I'm calling it Cajun style because I got some Cajun and some Creole seasonings, and there's a lot of other seasonings there. We're doing some green beans, and we're also going to do a couscous. So what I'm doing is I'm actually putting all the seasonings. I have some poultry seasoning there. I'm putting all the seasonings in a bowl so that I can give my turkey wings a nice rub. I can actually season it up, rub it on there so that it can get all the different flavors and all the different ingredients and spices that's inside of the seasoning will go right into the turkey wings. They are whole right now, but I end up splitting them in half so that I can actually be able to grab one here. You know, everyone can have their own wing. They're pretty large, so they'll be easy to disperse that way. So now I actually finished seasoning my turkey wings. I'm getting my green beans together. I put my turkey wings inside of the oven, set the oven for about 375, turned it up to 400, turn it back down to 350. I'm rinsed down my green beans, and so I'm getting all my ingredients that I'm going to use to go inside of my water for the green beans. I have some red wine vinegar. I have my better than bouillon chicken flavor. I have my Worcestershire sauce there. I have my Lawery seasoning salt. I also have my garlic powder, fresh garlic there as well that I got to chop up. I have some fresh cracked pepper, black pepper, and I have my chopped onions, and they're dried. So the green beans has been rinsed off. They were frozen, but they're nice and vibrant, rinsed off. So there's a pot of water that I have there. I didn't fill the pot all the way up. Filled it up kind of halfway. So I chopped up my garlic there, and I have my kitchen bouillon, or better than kitchen bouillon. I'm seasoning my water right now, putting some of that kitchen bouillon in there, and so I can give my water some flavor. I think it's better that way to go ahead and season your water before you put your even your greens or your green beans inside of it. It works out for me, and I like it that way. So it helps all the flavors to kind of infuse inside of your green beans. I'm putting my Worcestershire sauce, and I have my red wine vinegar that I'm putting in there as well. Give it a little stir. I put some avocado butter in there, or avocado oil. I've been using that a lot, and I think it pairs well with vegetables. I put my fresh garlic in there. I let it come to a somewhat like a little boil, and then I go ahead and put my green beans in there as well. So we already have it. It's better than just putting, your green beans into some cold water. So I end up putting it there. As I start putting my green beans, you can see that the water was kind of filling up, or the broth was filling up inside of the green beans. Of course, they were frozen too, so they probably accumulated some water. But for the most part, the green beans have been already seasoned. I also put some vegetable-based bouillon, better than bouillon. So that's the vegetable flavor there. I thought about it. I said, you know what? It's something that was missing. So I end up putting that in there inside the pot. So that worked out. Now I also added, that's my old baking pan there. So it's been through some things, but it's clean. I also decided to take out some biscuits that I had I used some a while back, so the rest of it I end up just freezing them. And I took them out, let them thaw. And I said, I can do something with these. Let me see. So I took some mozzarella cheese. I got some dry rosemary, and I got some fresh parsley. I wish I had fresh rosemary, but what I did was I end up spraying my biscuits. I didn't show that a little bit. And I chopped that parsley and the rosemary and all those ingredients up, the mozzarella cheese, and I just decided just to put them on top of the biscuits there and see how they turn out. And so there's my green beans. They've been simmering on top of the stove, and they've been doing pretty good. I tasted, and they got some good flavor in there. So I'm going to let that cook a little bit longer on low, and I'm going to go ahead and start on my couscous. Now this was boxes. This was a box, 2 boxes of couscous. It wasn't in a bag, so what I did was try to doctor it up a little bit. That's the seasoning that comes inside the box. And I added some garlic powder in there as well, and I added some garlic herbs in there. So I went on ahead and let the water simmer. I got 2.5 cups, pretty much like 3 cups of water that I put in there. And I put both of the 2 boxes of couscous together, and I let that go ahead and cook. It got a little thick, so I added a little bit more broth in there as well. Instead of just adding water, I added the broth. Now there's my wings there. They're doing pretty good, so I'm going ahead and baste them, making sure that they get nice and coated with the seasoning, because you don't want the rub to just sit there and they just be too, dry. So I wanted to ahead and make them moist a little bit because they're going to stay in the oven for a little bit more. I put some liquid smoke in there to give it that smoky smell and that smoky taste too as well. And I'm just basting it again, putting that broth from the turkey right back over the turkey there. Put that back in the oven and let that sit a little bit longer. And I'm checking on my couscous. I took the turkey wings back out. I chopped up some onions, and I had a half a bag of some green peppers that was already chopped, and I put those inside of the turkey, give it some flavor because I didn't want it to dissolve too much if I put it on early on. Now there's my green beans. Look at them looking all good. Got some of that garlic on there that I put in there earlier. My wings, oh my goodness. When I tell you that I taste these wings, and they smell so good in this kitchen, and they're flavorful. It's a Cajun taste. It's a smoky taste. There's my couscous. Everything is looking good. The biscuits were nice. Next time I'm going to try to do my homemade. But they were nice. Wasn't too bad for already made up biscuits or frozen biscuits. You can doctor things up like that. So you just got to play around with little things that you have, ingredients in your kitchen. And that's what I've been doing. During this quarantine, this pandemic, you got to make things work. The family appreciated it. They liked it. They loved it. The wings were nice and filling. And so there's my plate there. I went on ahead and made my plate up, and everything was just good. My husband enjoyed it. Family enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it. So that was 2 packs of turkey wings there. And there was 2 in both. I split them in half, and there we go. Thanks for watching.